I look at it as one of the largest opportunities in my life, beyond even my marriage, beyond even becoming a mother, beyond becoming an actor. Again, Kudiyattam also claims antiquity of 2000 years. It's a coded performance art practice. We Indians don't know about it. So knowing what you want to do is, I think, extremely important. If you find that, your life is sorted. I wouldn't know if one person can watch all 20 plays, yeah? It's a challenge. I would like to meet that Dardi person who manages to do that. What more? What more can Bangalore want?
Hi, this is Srishti Kulkarni and welcome to Indulge. Today, we are in conversation with the iconic Arundhati Nag, and we are talking about the most happening event of this year. Ranga Shankara Theatre Festival completes 20 years, and that's what we're here to know more about. Ma'am, glorious 20 years of the festival, and
Yes.
do you want to tell something about, how the festival has completed 20 years and what you're feeling right now?
I should be gushing, right? With excitement. Yes, it's all rolling inside me. Sometimes one feels one is in a dream. Sometimes it seems like only a year ago that one was running around trying to find money, trying to find people to complete jobs. And 20 years, sometimes it seems like they just slipped out of our hands. Where did they go? What were we doing all these 20 years? So it's been a lot of blood, sweat, tears, everything. A great learning curve. I look at it as one of the hugest, the largest opportunities in my life, beyond even my marriage, beyond even becoming a mother, beyond becoming an actor, beyond any milestone in my life, and in many people's lives, not just mine. Mine because I was in some ways the driving force, but wow, what a dream. And sometimes I feel like saying, pinch me, wake me up, am I still dreaming?
And it's one of the most beautiful dreams I think every Bangalorean would equally want to be a part of. But coming to the glorious celebrations this year, what was the central vision for this year's theme, and because it's extravagant and larger than what it used to be last year or the year before that?
Yeah. So we opened with an extravagant festival, which was like a 45-day festival. I mean, the idea was we wanted the world to know, we wanted India to know. It was not only about Bangalore, it was the world of theatre being involved and invited to take part in our excitement. And of course, Bangalore, because we are physically situated in Bangalore, we are geographically located here in Karnataka, a land that has a very rich theatre tradition of its own in the language, in Kannada. So we resorted over the years, how does one curate festivals? 45-day festival over, the Kannada theatre had already bought into the space, the theatre people of India had bought into, at least they knew that there's a theatre like this, inspired by the Prithvi Theatre of Bombay, and opened in Bangalore. Then year after year, how do you keep your festivals, keeping your interest going? You see, because a festival, anybody can put 5 plays together and call it a festival, yeah? But Ranga Shankara's festivals are different because there are so many ancillary programs that we organize. So we have workshops, we have outreach programs, we have platform performances, we do music also, and we do discussions with different stakeholders in the theatre community. So Ranga Shankara is truly a space that is invested in theatre. It's not just a theatre space where you have arangetrams and you have music and you have dance and you have fashion shows. No, We know who we are. We know what this is built for. It was built for theatre. And in 20 years, it has not diluted its existence. It has not diluted its reason for being here. So the festivals, also then we kind of figured that having a theme for the festival makes sense.
Right.
It makes it easier to source plays. We work on very, very wafer-thin budgets. Where's the money coming from? There's magic happening and sometimes money comes. So I challenge anybody to do a festival in the amount of money that we make the festival happen, yeah? And the style with which we make it happen.
Definitely.
So we figured that having thematics works, helps in the sense of curation. You reduce your beam and you focus on a particular theme. Search for plays made within that thematic from around the country. That done? This year we said 20 years, wow. Why should we restrict ourselves to a theme?
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's open it out again. It's just pure theatre. It is some old plays, some new plays, commissioned some plays.
Oh.
Yeah. Solos, plays with 20 actors, the works.
Ma'am, you briefly mentioned while answering the last question that you work with wafer-thin budgets. However, this year, the 20th edition of the Theatre Festival is also, being sponsored by Karnataka Tourism and Rohini Nilekini's philanthropies. So how did they come on board and how did Karnataka Tourism come on board?
Karnataka Tourism has been on board for more than about 9 years now, 8-9 years. And it's very graceful of them. It's not big money.
Right.
But it's nice. It's nice to have a committed partner who gives the money without asking for their pound of flesh. Yeah? Where's my name going to be? Put my name on your forehead. Put my name on your stage. They don't ask for such things. Number 2, there's Rohini Nilekani Philanthropies, which has also Rohini Nilekani and Nandan have stood by Ranga Shankara from the time it was not yet complete.
Oh.
So when we had just cast the first floor, came their first contribution. And in the end of the construction, at the last moment, we had a glitch. We had the Chief Minister of Karnataka who had committed to some help, resigning, and that money did not come. And it was Rohini and Nandan who just came forward, evaluated through their architects how much money was needed, came to this building. They didn't say, come to our office or come to our house to collect the money. They came here, gave one check of 50 lakhs and went away.
How sweet.
That's about grace.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we also have another partner this year. That's why we could do this festival. That is actually the person who has given the bigger chunk of money, but they don't want their name to be announced.
Oh.
They say that if for accounting purposes you need to announce, you need to tell our name, please go ahead. But we would be very happy not to be announced. That's amazing. That's really amazing.
I think they've put really thought behind what they're contributing for.
They just want to help. I just wrote a simple mail saying that this is the outlay of the festival. Take one or take all. And they said, okay, do you have anyone supporting you? I said, yes, we have 1 or 2 people. They said, whatever is your shortfall, let us know. I have never had a festival that has been so easy. I've been biting my nails off every festival after festival. How are we going to fulfill our financial needs? This time we have tailored our needs and I hope we will be within budget.
Amen to that. Moving on, every year you curate the festival and as you said yourself, you kind of narrow it down to a theme, but then this year you've opened it up. So I'm assuming the experience of putting such a big festival together with no set theme is also kind of different. So how was your experience, doing a festival that specifically focuses on your 20-year milestone, plus also welcoming new and old talents together?
That's a big one. Okay. And I need to kind of calibrate my answer.
Sure.
Number 1, it's not been me alone at all. Yeah, So I have become the poster girl of Ranga Shankara. I've given a lot more than many people, but I've had people supporting me.
Your
And
beautiful team.
This big a dream is not possible for a single person to achieve, even if they are the richest man on earth. So only money cannot buy this space. Only wanting, only desire and passion also cannot make a space like this happen. It was many people's work, money, good wishes, good vibes. And after we opened, it was actually people holding hands and helping to make Ranga Shankara happen. So we've had our chartered accountant, Mr. Rangarao, we have had friends like Gayatri, we have had so many friends who have just held hands. My fellow trustee and colleague Surendranath, who has been there from the time the trust deed was drawn up. Yeah. So people like MS Satyu, this building came up and is there without a mistake, is comfortable, everything like the seating is comfortable because people like MS Satyu, who are masters of design, actually were there on call for me. Yeah, so that is something that I would really like to emphasize on, that such big dreams are not built by one person.
Definitely.
And there's something larger than human in, would you call it, endeavor?
Yeah.
Something larger, a blessing from somewhere else that also looks after them after they are open. Yeah, 20 years, this building is still like this. We've had safe journey so far. That's a blessing. You wanted to know about putting a festival that celebrates 20 years together.
And also the highlights
There's
of the
one thing
festival.
I noticed. There were plays that had come for the opening festival 20 years ago. All of them have closed down.
Oh. Because
20 years ago, I was 20 years younger. Yeah? So the actor also becomes old.
Definitely.
And the play becomes old. That's the good thing about theatre. They don't last. The play could last for 100 years. Kalidasa still lives.
Yes.
But that particular production cannot. So that's the beauty of theatre. That's when we decided that, chalo, we have some theatre groups in Bangalore which have turned 50 years old. And they have some plays which have been running for 400 and 500 shows. We called them to perform. We have funded some young theatre groups of Bangalore called senior theatre directors from other parts of the country to direct them. So it's an opportunity those young groups would never get. So creating opportunity, making the theatre groups make plays that will stay within the ecosystem in Bangalore. Bangalore will get 3 new plays. Invite some senior actors like Ratna Pathak Shah or Shabana Azmi to perform. Now Shabana has been a supporter of Ranga Shankara from the time we dug the foundation. And I know Shabana since I was 16 years old. Her father was our guru. So these are all old ties of the theatre. Nasir was busy doing a play and Ratna is coming. Motley has been part of Ranga Shankara's dream ever since I said I want to build a theatre. So putting the festival together was in fact a problem of choice. Tailoring your needs according to your budget. It's not a cheap festival, it's an expensive festival. Just flying 20 people down from Assam, putting them up, paying them a meager performance fee, feeding them and sending them back is not simple at all. And flying people from Kolkata, Delhi, Bombay.
And with India being such a huge country,
yes,
it's a task.
It is. It's a problem of choice because the amateur theatre community of India is very, very rich.
Yeah.
We don't have a Broadway, but we have an off Broadway that survives on just passion of the people who are engaged. So this is actually less money. If you consider the wealth that these 20 plays actually share in their own geographies, then the money that you're paying them is nothing.
Ma'am, I would also want you to highlight some of the, unmissable things from the festival or playwrights, actors, directors that you're particularly excited to watch at the festival?
Very difficult question. You ask anybody over here who's part of the programming team, and they will find it so difficult. So this festival is not put together by me alone, my colleague Suri and I. This is really, we are hoping this will be the last festival we will curate. We are hoping the next generation will come and curate the next festivals, and we will come and watch. We are there, we are not washing our hands off, but we would like to see the next generation doing the curation for the next festival. And where were we?
Highlights of the festival.
Yeah, highlights, yes. How do I highlight? How do I say this child is more special than that child? But yes, the far post, we have, the festival is opening with a very special play. It is Mrichakatika, written by Raja Shudraka, which is like 1,000-year-old Sanskrit play, and a very special play because it really studies the subject of society. How did a king behave in those days? How did a poet behave? How did a thief behave? How did a courtesan behave? It was like a cross-section of society 1,000 years ago in India.
Okay.
And that's being directed by Chidambarao Jambe, one of our senior Kannada theatre directors, directing it with a young team. We have Yuki Ilyas coming from Bombay with The Far Post, very special puppet play. We have Raghunath, a play from Assam, directed by this young director. They're all artists from a small town, not from Guwahati also. They're from a town close to Guwahati, and they've walked away with all the awards at the Meta this year. They just walked away with all the awards. So we said, we must see this. Bangalore must witness this. And I'm really looking for the Assam Association people and looking for all the Assamese people to come and watch with pride that something is coming from Assam over here.
Be a part of the community.
Yeah, it is subtitled in English.
Okay.
So people who don't understand Assamese also can come. And what the hell, you go to China and watch a Peking opera. You can come and watch any language. Then we have a young director, lady called Titash Das Gupta, who's directed Hidimba Katha. Amazing energy, amazing energy. Talking about the marginalized female forces right through mythology and history up to today. So it's really here now, today speaking through Hidimba's marginalization. Taking Sides is a play by Atul Kumar, who's such a fine director and actor. Wonderful play. Only 300 lucky people are going to get to see each of these shows. That's it, just one show each.
Yes.
Yeah? So Taking Sides is about what happens when a great musician was called by Hitler to play music for him. And very soon after that, Hitler committed suicide. And it was not fashionable anymore to have gone to Hitler's home and played for him. What happens to art? Very, very important questions. You have Urubhangam. Okay, bang in the middle of this festival comes the Ranga Shankara's real birthday, which is the 27th of October. On that day, we have Urubhangam, which is again 1,000-year-old or more classic Sanskrit play written by Bhasa, performed in the Kudiyattam style. It's from Kerala. Again, Kudiyattam also claims antiquity of 2,000 years. It's a coded performance art practice. We Indians don't know about it. Yeah, they go abroad, they go to Japan and America and perform, but we Indians don't know about it. So that performance is a very special performance. We are having it on our 20th birthday.
To remind people of
to
the
remind
roots.
ourselves that we are the inheritors of an extremely rich legacy that we must not forget.
Yes.
We don't have to go backwards in time, but we definitely owe it to time to preserve what is sensible, to preserve what is good. So the festival is doing many things. We are closing the festival with a Marathi Natya Sangeet play, which is almost 100 years old, which is like something that was played in colonial India. And it was the type of commercial theatre that took the message of Quit India through popular art to the common people, to the middle class of India in Maharashtra. It's called Sangeet Manapaman, and they're coming from Pune. We're closing the festival with that. So what more? We have solo performances. We have our own Kirtana Kumar of Bangalore performing Media. It's produced by Jagrati Theatre, so a bit of Jagrati comes to Ranga Shankara. And directed by Rebecca, who's a young director. We have Ratna Pathak Shah doing Dastan Goi, which is again an old Urdu form of storytelling. So she's doing it in Hindustani. What more? What more can Bangalore want?
Ma'am, this time besides the main stage, you're also having place in the cafe and the foyer area.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit you can shed light on that as well.
Yeah, so even though this is an exhausting calendar of 20 plays, I wouldn't know if one person can watch all 20 plays, yeah? It's a challenge.
Yes.
I would like to meet that Dardi person who manages to do that. But how does one include the community? Because just 20 teams, a lot of them from out of town, is not the wealth that uses the space of Ranga Shankara and that has made the 20 years happen. Yeah. So we decided we will not have any Ranga Shankara show. Arundhati will not perform. Surendranath's play will not be performed. So choice became easier. Then we put ourselves only as organizers and invited all the others
to perform.
Yes. How do you do that? So we told them, why don't you do small platform performances? Let's try to bring a tradition of a platform performance in Ranga Shankara before the main show. And we have 20 teams that have come forward.
How lovely.
Yeah. And they're rehearsing right now.
Oh, that's why all the tapes had been put up there.
Yeah, they're rehearsing in their own spaces and they will be performing before every show. So I would request audiences to come a little early.
And watch the
Yes, so that they're not late for the show, for the main show. Then we have Mehfil. Mehfil is every Saturday evening. After the show is over, the main show is over, at 10 at night, those real Dardi people who want to listen to music, who want to soak in 1 hour of music, should come, because that music will be in the cafe. No food will be served while the music is happening, and just candlelight and the light of lamps.
So you lose yourself to melody.
Yes. So we have Sangeeta Katti, Fayaz Khan playing sarangi, Sharaj Godkhindi playing the flute, and we have Suma Sudhindra playing the veena. So we have these nice seasoned musicians. So it's not like the whole orchestra is there. It's just the musician and their music.
This year you have introduced something called Platform 36/2 for the local Bangalorean talent. So what exactly can we expect from it? I mean, obviously the Bangalore talent, but since it's been given a platform and like a number, so it was a little intriguing and I wanted to know the thought behind it.
36/2 is the number of Ranga Shankara's site. Our address is 36/2, 8 Cross, JP Nagar, 2nd phase. So we called it 36/2 platform.
My last question is, I think, going to be a little deep one, but what does theatre mean to you and how has this definition changed over the years?
From a very young age, one met the right people who were like lighthouses, people like Kafi Azmi, Shaukat Kafi, who had chosen chosen which country they want to live in because they were doing theatre. They chose India to Pakistan. They did not go away. They fought their battles here. You know, so it's very loaded. These were the kind of role models one saw. Or Manmohan Krishan, A.K. Hangal. These were people who left Pakistan and came to India, and they were living like refugees. One got to see that. So there was more than just theatre, there was political will that made these people come. And it was a left of centre ideology theatre group that I joined. So it was not just for fun, not just for hai hoon. There was some purpose. At 16, you don't even understand the word purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can see, you sense the importance. So I'm very fortunate that I got, my first steps were taken in a theatre group which had an ideology. And so it meant more than just passing time. More than passing time. Initially there was a lot of excitement, and I knew by the time I was 17, I knew I want to do theatre. I don't want to do cinema. I don't want to do television. I want to do only theatre. I knew it. So knowing what you want to do is, I think, extremely important. If you find that, your life is sorted.
You know the direction
your
you
life
have to
is
walk
sorted.
in.
Then you fall in love with the right kind of person. Yeah, you know what you want, no?
Yes.
You know what you want. I didn't go and marry a businessman who was going to load me with diamonds, but I wouldn't be doing theatre. I knew that theatre is what I want to do. And that is the one thing that has stood by me in life. It has given me everything that I have. Name, fame and all, yes, but sanity. The capacity to digest very, very big tragedies or changes in life, to be able to take change, dramatic change, security. Theatre has given me what many people don't find in a lifetime.
Yes.
It has given me my everything. So I'm ready to give it my everything. I have also very unconditionally stayed in the theatre. I won't say given. Very unconditionally I have stayed in it. If there was backstage work to be done, I have done that. If there was on-stage work to be done, I have done that. And in the running of Ranga Shankara over 20 years, I have shortchanged my own acting. The actress has taken a back seat. But I think an administrator of sorts, I'm still learning. And I remember Mr. Karnad used to make fun of me. He would say, we lost a good actress and we got a bad administrator. I used to take it in my stride because I knew I have not done my MBA, I have not done BBM, I have not done finance. I have not done so many things that are required to run a place like this. My friends look after me in such situations. So I've learned a lot. I've learned how to think institutionally. And many times when a question is posed, I say, wait, one moment. Will this affect Ranga Shankara 10 years from now? Will my decision today affect Ranga Shankara 10 years from now? So there are two qualities that Ranga Shankara should not forget. One is generosity and the other is excellence. Will this journey of Ranga Shankara be affected by a decision of mine? It's a leap for an actor, because an actor is a very selfish creature. An actor is always worried about, do I look good in this angle? Will I look fat? Will I look slim? Will people like me? Will I be successful? Will my photo come in the paper? You know, those are the concerns of a career actor. Those are not my concerns. Will Ranga Shankara's name be portrayed in the right light? That's my job. Will Ranga Shankara's 20th year be broadcast all over Bangalore and all over the country, and will people again know, Areva, this theatre is alive? Yeah. It is still there and it is still working. Chalo jate hain Bangalore. Let's go once.
Very much like the tagline,
Yeah.
Theatre Alive.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering all my questions.
Yes,
And
I feel like I've done a good job of going through an exam.
And rounding up that, we have come to the end of our conversation and we bid adieu to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Indulge and Shrishti Kulkarni signing off.